Community on.
All right, just finished just finished my run workout. Ended up doing 5.6 miles at about an 8:30 pace. On Wednesdays we do track workouts at the local high school. Um, so it's fun because there's a lot of really fast people there, and when you train with other people, you get stronger. So now I'm pulling up to swim practice. It is 6:40 in the morning. Swim practice doesn't start till 7, but I'm going to get in the water a little early and start. This week is supposed to be taper week. So this week I'm not really supposed to be working out as hard, but here I am, you know, doing track workouts and 2,000-yard swims and showing up early and shit. Um, but yeah, but we're gonna have a little bit of a philosophy hour right now. Philosophy hour. Because life is short. I always try to remind myself that life is short. And we never know when our ticket's gonna be called. And regardless of how much money we have in the bank or how much money we have coming in, that stuff doesn't matter as much as we think. Just like our possessions don't matter as much as we think. They really don't. What matters is having amazing experiences, and not just like travel experiences, but experiences with the people that you love most, experiences with your family, experiences with your significant other, experiences with people on the track, people in the water. So, really just trying to channel in a strong sense of gratitude for the things I have. Because I have a lot going on. I have a lot of amazing things in my life. I am so freaking lucky. I have so many amazing things in my life. I have a nice house, a beautiful and amazing fiance that I love so much, that loves me so much. I have all my family. I have my family close to me. I have a fridge full of food. I got money in the bank. Today, I'm working from home, helping people accomplish their goals. I'm having fun creating content. I'm having a really fun time doing this, making videos. Today's day 2,444 as an entrepreneur. Still haven't hit it big yet. Still haven't hit it big yet. It's like what is it going to take for me to say I hit it big? I don't know. If I have 1 month where I make $100,000 as a life coach, I think that's hitting it big, you know? If I make 400,000, if I make $300,000 in a year as a life coach, I think that's hitting it big. Obviously have to keep it consistent and sustainable, but I feel like if I have 1 year where I make $300,000 as a life coach, the next year is going to be almost as good, if not better, right? Fuck up. All right, so got to be at my desk every day by 8:30 in the morning, and I keep a running list of all the tasks that I need to complete this week, along with goals to complete for the week. So this week, the goal is to honestly, like, I gotta get the cold emails to work. I think we've sent over 1,500 cold emails to influencers and reality TV people, helping them, solving the problem of helping them with their phone addiction. We're all addicted to our phone. Let's be real. We're all addicted to our phone. But influencers and reality TV people and people that have a following are even more addicted to their phone because they have so many notifications and so many followers and so many people to compare themselves to. I think that's the biggest problem that influencers struggle with, is comparing their engagement, their followers, how they look in pictures and videos with other people, and we're all guilty of it. Yeah. I'm guilty of it too. But I think it's important to create distance between you and your phone. I'm not always looking at your phone, not always checking your Instagram. Not like, I feel like a lot of us, as soon as we wake up, we check our social media. And truthfully, I don't know what's worse, checking our social media feed or checking our own engagement, likes and views and things like that. I think checking your own notifications and like constantly like looking at how many likes you have on a picture or constantly updating your videos to see how many views it gets. I think that's worse. And I'm guilty of it too. I've been much better at it. And coaching people on it makes me more accountable. It adds an extra layer of responsibility to myself that I need to do the stuff that I'm helping people with. So let's go over the calendar today. Honestly, this week is not that busy, unfortunately. We're not as busy as we should be. This week we have, or today, excuse me, we have podcast at 11, coaching call at 12, coaching call at 1, and then meeting with my assistant afterwards. And then we have an open afternoon. So what's a high value task that I can do today from 2 to 5? And that is the $1 million question. And that is what entrepreneurs struggle with the most. When I have blank space in my calendar, it's like, what am I going to do today? Should I cold call people? Should I focus on some of the projects that I've been pushing down my to-do list? Should I go network in person? Should I get more content, right? I think content should be at the top of the list. But also, content doesn't really make money. Long term, it does. But sometimes you got to do what puts money in your pocket right now to pay your bills and shit. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. But I got to decide. I got to decide what to do this afternoon. All right, so yesterday we had a lot of responses from the 50 DMs that I sent out to my followers that watch my stories. So what I'm going to do now is, instead of just keeping the conversation going with them, I'm going to send them a message and I'm going to say, hey, something like, thanks for the response. if you would like to schedule a free call with me, here's a link to get on my calendar. And if there's anything I can do to help you out, let me know. And then after I send the messages to those people, I'm going to send a fresh batch of 50 new cold DMs to the people that watched my story this morning. Okay, so I want to share a couple responses that I got from some of my followers. So I DM'd this person yesterday and I said, hey, super random question. I'm asking some of my followers if they've ever ran a 10K or a half marathon. Have you ever done either of those things? And this person responds, no, I'm fat. So then I responded, okay, do you think if you trained for a half marathon, you would lose weight? So we'll see what he says. And then another interesting response I got, which I do want to share. I said the exact same thing to someone else about super random question. Have you ever run a 10K or a half marathon? They said, no, sorry. And I said, why are you apologizing, LOL? He said, oh, I don't know, to be polite, I guess. I said, haha, so what are you typically doing for your exercise routine these days? He says, nothing. It's actually really bad and has gotten out of hand. I said, why's that? He said, I don't know. I don't enjoy working out. I get too burnt out from work that I don't want to do anything once it's done. And I'm not a morning person / have enough motivation in the mornings to wake up early and work out before work. I know this may sound like just excuses, but I can't seem to be able to get past them. So my next question was, how old are you? And I think that question is very relevant because when I was 24 years old, I didn't wake up early to work out. I didn't have motivation to exercise all the time. And it wasn't until I was 26 years old that I started waking up at 5 a.m. to start going to the gym. And now I've been doing it pretty much daily for the last 7 years. So it's just interesting people's responses. And the person that says that they're fat, well, do something about it. And the person that is making excuses that they can't wake up early or they're too burned out from work is sacrificing their health for most likely a shitty job. What do you guys think about those responses? Are they excuses or are they valid reasons to not run a 10K or a half marathon? Okay, so this is the DM that I'm going to be sending to 50 followers today. You guys let me know what you think. Hey, I told myself I would message 100 of my followers today. Not sure what I wanted to say, but just see what challenges and setbacks some of my followers are facing right now. Does anything come to mind? Maybe something you want feedback on? So I think that's a very non-threatening, very casual, but also has substance to it. I don't want to just open conversations of, hey, how are you? I want to make sure that the people that I'm messaging know that I'm messaging them to have a conversation about something that's important, something that they're struggling with, something that they want to be better at. So I'm going to DM 50 followers right now. Hey, I told myself I would message 100 of my followers today. Not sure what I wanted to say, but just see what challenges and setbacks some of my followers are facing. Does anything come to mind? Does anything come to mind? Maybe you want some feedback on something? All right, let's get it popping. Here we go. Time to DM 50 people. Here we go. Go to the most recent story, scroll all the way to the bottom. Not all the way, but to the bottom. So far, 684 people have seen my story. So here we go. One DM. That's one DM. Two DM. Three. 4. 5. All right, so today at 11 a.m., I'm interviewing Brian Johnson, the author of Arete, on my podcast. And over the last 30 minutes, I've just been spending time researching Brian, researching the book, coming up with good questions to ask Brian. And as I'm looking through this book, I'm starting to find a lot of golden nuggets because these are the type of books that I enjoy reading. I mean, I like reading a lot of books, but I really like books like this that are very, it's long. Don't get me wrong. It's long. Don't get me wrong. But it's short in the sense that every page is a chapter. Every page is just a small excerpt, right? So it's easy to kind of go through it, and you can also turn to a random page and learn something. And I'm looking forward to interviewing this guy, Brian Johnson. He reached out, or his PR company reached out to me to be a guest on the podcast. Usually I charge guests to be on the podcast, but if they are big guests and they're people that I really, really want to talk to and network with and create a relationship with, I love the opportunity. Jump at the opportunity, to be honest with you. So it's 10:45. He's going to be jumping on here in the next 15 minutes. I'm going to continue studying this book and find some really good questions to ask him.
At least one idea that can change a person's life in an aggregate, really help them fundamentally and permanently change their lives,
Amazing. I'm looking at page 969 here. It's the thank you page. And you're shouting out, excuse me, and I am a little sick. I'm getting over, I'm cold here. But I'm just looking at the names in this book right here. We got Cal Newport, author of Deep Work. That book made a huge impact on my life. Robin Sharma, one of my favorite authors of all time. Ray Dalio, one of the GOATs. This is wisdom that you've learned from other people, applied it to your life, and saw results. And when we talk about personal growth, and I kind of wrote a sentence describing this book, what I'm going to put in the show notes. This is a personal growth book that bridges the gap between ancient wisdom and modern science. Okay. So do you think your business has gone up 25% since we've been working together, 50%, or do you think it's doubled? It's gone up 50%? Good. How much money did you collect in the last week or so? Okay. 500 in a week? That seems pretty good. What were you typically doing every week? Good. And why do you think you've gotten more business? Yeah, this was a really good session. We identified the 6 things you got to do each and every single day. And we agreed that if you do these 6 things each and every single day for a year, your life will be radically different in a positive way. Okay. All right, so now it just comes down to execution, and you're going to email me every single day that you did all of these 6 things from now until our next session. Okay? I'm also, next week, I'm going to Mexico for my Ironman race, and I leave on Wednesday. So can we do our next session next Tuesday? Okay. All right, so I'll remind you that our next session is going to be on Tuesday next week instead of Wednesday. All right, so we just finished that coaching call. That's a client I've been working with now for 3 weeks, one of my newest clients, and I'm helping him grow his business. I'm helping him increase confidence. I'm helping him be more consistent in the gym. And in just 2 weeks, he said his business has already gone up 50%. And it really wasn't rocket science. It wasn't some crazy business idea that I had that he didn't think of or didn't know about. It was just, hey, we need to reach out to more people. Kind of like how I DM 50 people every single day, right? If I want to have more clients and make more money, I got to have more coaching conversations. So just talk to people. Hey, Court. It's 2:40. And I have nothing on my calendar until dinner time. What should I do for the next 2 hours? No, seriously. What should I do? What do you think is a good use of 2 hours of my time? Should I make content? Should I post in Facebook groups? Should I DM people on Instagram? Should I don't know. I think those are the 3 things.
I think you should DM people on Instagram. Yeah.